the Vanilla Perfected mod pack. After countless comments under my videos the past month or so, I finally released a mod pack featuring all of the major mods, resource, and data packs that I use in everyday Minecraft. Today I'll be showcasing the important features and content inside Vanilla Perfected, and all I ask in return is you liking the video and subscribing if you'd like to see more. I'll have a link in the description so you can download this pack for yourself, and if you have no idea how to install it, I'll have a brief tutorial at the end of the video. But without further ado, sit back and enjoy. The first thing I wanted to tackle before adding any extra content to Minecraft was to of course get it running at a higher frame rate. Base Minecraft with no mods runs at around 150 FPS on my computer, so of course we can do better. I decided to see what Optifine was running at nowadays, and I was sitting around the 170 to 250 area, but again, we can do better. So after installing quite a few optimization mods, my mod pack was reaching 550 to 600 FPS on average, all of this done on the same seed, 32 render distance, letting the world generate, and without ever moving. Fellas, it's 2024, so please don't let me catch you using Optifine. Every feature Optifine has is featured in this mod pack, so if you ever see something that says it requires Optifine, this pack has all the mods necessary to make it run, and at a faster frame rate. So now that we've solved Minecraft's FPS problem, why don't we upgrade the look of the game with some shaders? Don't worry, if you have a weaker computer, you don't have to run shaders if you don't want to, but this is for those that can. To make this work, I'm using the Iris Shaders mod as well as complementary shaders reimagined with my custom settings already applied when you boot up the mod pack. For reference, this is what the shaders look like by default, and this is what they look like with my custom settings applied. Of course, if you dislike anything about these shaders, you can always install new ones or change the settings yourself. Now that we have a higher frame rate as well as nice looking shaders, let's take a look at many of the other visual changes I've made via mods and resource packs. Did you know a ton of Minecraft's tools/items have gaps in the models, allowing you to see right through them? Well, with the Model Gap Fix mod, we can fix this problem, and if you've never seen this before, you'll never be able to unsee it now. Crafty's capitalized font is a pack I get tons of questions about, and it simply updates the font that Minecraft uses for everything in the game, from menus, signs, etc. Continuity is a support mod that allows for glowy textures and resource packs, but also more importantly for things like connected textures, which makes glass look so much better. Recolorful Containers is a resource pack that updates the UI of the game, like your inventory, shulker boxes, chests, and basically any utility block you can think of. It's probably my favorite resource pack of all time, and I absolutely can't live without it. Particle Rain allows you to customize how rain and snow looks in your Minecraft world by being able to adjust the radius of the weather around you, how many particles there are in total, but more importantly, I use this mod for sandstorms when in arid biomes like deserts. This seems to be a fairly overlooked feature of this mod because I get tons of questions about how I get sandstorms, so now you know. Mace but 3D does exactly what it says it does. I absolutely hate the vanilla texture for the mace, and this is just so much better in my opinion. 3D skin layers simply makes your Minecraft skin look more 3D, as it adds depth to the outer layers of your skin. Owl's Creepers Revamped simply retextures the default creeper from looking super out of date to something a bit more modern. More importantly though, this pack also changes the creeper texture depending on what biome it spawns in, which I think is super cool. Better Beds simply changes how beds are rendered to increase your FPS whenever there are a ton of them placed, but more importantly, it adds a 3D pillow to the bed, which is the whole reason I have it installed. Fresh Animations adds animations to all the mobs in Minecraft, making your world feel much more alive than before, and Fresh Skeleton Physics does something similar, but updates the death animation of skeletons so they break into multiple pieces when you defeat them. Fancy Crops takes the vanilla crops and makes them look a bit more lively than before, and is perfect for making your bigger crop farms look more fleshed out. Eating Animations makes food actually break apart as you're eating it, and Not Enough Animations is a player animation mod that makes you bring the food up to your mouth like in Bedrock Edition, gives you ladder climbing animations, as well as much more. Particular adds a bunch of particle effects to Minecraft like water splashes, fireflies at night, falling leaves, etc. Cave Dust is a mod that adds cave dust to caves. Particular also has this feature, but I feel like this mod does it slightly better. Visuality is another notable particle effect mod, but adds things like bones falling off of skeletons when you hit them, slimes actually being slimy, ores being shiny, among a bunch of other cool additions. Simple grass flowers adds randomly generated flowers and rocks that are baked into the textures of the grass you're walking on. It has tons of unique textures depending on the area/biome, and just makes your world feel much more lived in. Finally, these next few packs are the last of the visual changes, but aren't included in the mod pack directly due to them not being found on Modrinth. I'll leave links to them in the description, and you can also find these links on the mod pack page itself. Better Illagers is similar to Owl's Creepers Revamped, as it just makes Illagers look a bit updated and changes their appearance depending on the biome that they spawned in. Better Zombies naturally generate zombies using all of Minecraft's default skins for more variation, but more importantly, we'll have zombies generate with various gear depending on where they spawned, like mining helmets or jackets in cold biomes. Vanilla Tweaks is up next, and the download to this will give you my exact settings. Some notable additions with this resource pack include my hunger bar being carrots, ashless campfires for building, and my favorite being classic netherite armor, as I'm not a fan of the new armor look. Lastly, we have Armor Stands Reimagined, which updates the old armor stand texture and makes it look more durable and less skinny and weak. You might be asking though, how does your armor stand have arms in Java Edition, and how are you posing it like in Bedrock Edition? Well, let's move on over to quality of life mods. Armor Stand Poses is the mod in question, and this mod makes all armor stands placed now have arms, and you're able to sneak and interact with them to give them poses just like in Bedrock. Detail Armor Bar changes your armor bar texture depending on the armor you have equipped, as well as whether your gear is enchanted or not. Zoomify is my favorite zoom mod and is super customizable. Easy shulker boxes is probably the single best quality of life mod basically in the world, as it gives shulker boxes tons of different functionality. First off, you can see what's in your shulker just by highlighting it in your inventory. You can then use your shulker box to pick up items in your inventory without needing to leave your inventory screen. Normally you would need to place the box down, put items in, and then pick it back up, but with this mod you can do everything in your inventory, from checking the insides of it, picking up items with it, and placing them back in your inventory, all without needing to do the extra stuff. Pickup Notifier adds a little graphic at the bottom of your screen to help you know what you picked up. I find this super helpful, especially when farming rare drops like Witherheads. Better F3 is a godsend, as it's a fully customizable F3 menu that allows you to remove all the junk from your screen and make it way more readable instead. These are my default settings for the mod, but you can always change it to how you want in the mod menu. Speaking of F3, we all know that we can use F3 to see light levels in order to prevent mob spawns, but with the Lighty mod, this mod just gives you a better visual of the light levels to make spawn proofing much easier. You can toggle it on and off anytime you want, and even works during the daytime so you can light things up before night. Better Statistics Screen does exactly what it says, and it just makes looking through your stats much easier and makes things a lot more understandable. It even has an overlay feature for things like time played if you'd like to have that on your screen. World Playtime shows how long you've played a world right from the selection screen, so you don't have to check it manually, and Cherish Worlds allows you to favorite worlds, preventing them from being accidentally deleted, and it pushes said worlds to the top of your list if you have a bunch of them. Horse Buffs makes horses much more viable to use, as you can now ride horses in water, horses will no longer wander away if they have a saddle equipped, and much more. Crops Love Rain makes crops grow faster when it rains, incentivizing you to not always skip the night whenever rain comes around. Text Formatting Everywhere makes text formatting in Java much easier. For example, in Bedrock Edition, you've always been able to use the section sign at an anvil to color code and change the text style of your tools and items, and this mod brings that functionality to Java alongside everywhere else in the game. Even Better Enchants and Mob Crates are two resource packs that make it easier to tell which enchanted book is which, as well as which mob egg is which, with set textures that describe the item better. Music Notification tells you the song name and artist when a song comes on while playing Minecraft, and Music Delay Remover keeps music constantly playing in the background. Skin Shuffle adds a skin changing menu to Minecraft itself, allowing you to make skin presets and change skins at any time. Status Effect Bars gives you a clear timer in the top corner of your screen as to when an effect is about to run out, so you don't have to keep manually checking in your inventory. Scribble makes text formatting inside of books much easier, allowing you to easily get creative when it comes to what you want to write down and at a much faster pace. Right-click harvest allows you to right-click crops to harvest them, but more importantly, it auto-plants a seed in its place, and you can configure this mod to work by hand or in an area when using a hoe. Free cam is excellent when building, as it helps you see what you're doing without needing to bridge away or pillar upwards to see how your build is coming along. Enchant icons color codes all enchantments and assigns each enchantment an icon to make it much easier to see what equipment it goes on. Visual armor trims changes the texture of the armor in your inventory depending on the specific trim you have equipped on it. Toggle item frames allows you at any time to make an item frame invisible by sneaking and right-clicking it. If you ever lose where you placed an item frame, holding one in your inventory will reveal all the invisible ones. Lastly, for quality of life, we have Panorama, which allows you to take panoramic screenshots anywhere in your world and use those screenshots on the title screen of your game. This mod isn't included in the mod pack as the only updated version is on CurseForge, but I have it linked in the description as well as on the page. Now that optimization, shaders, visuals, and quality of life have been covered, let's take a look at some of the new content added in this mod pack, then I'll teach you guys how to install the pack and add or remove mods as well. First things first is Dungeons and Taverns. This mod/data pack brings a massive adventure update to Minecraft in the form of vanilla plus structures and those directly inspired by Minecraft dungeons. The main gameplay loop of Dungeons and Taverns is randomly generated taverns you can find in your world through various different biomes. These taverns have a map villager that you can trade with that sells maps directly to many of the new structures in your world, and many of these structures have trial chamber style mechanics via spawners, keys, and vaults, and these will also have exclusive loot in the form of brand new enchantments as well. This mod also generates tons of different structures in the Nether as well as the End, so you have plenty to explore in your Minecraft world. Next up, we have the Replay mod. This adds a brand new theater mode to Minecraft, which lets you create time lapses, get screenshots, or just relive moments you had while playing in your world. I mainly use this for YouTube, but wanted to include it in the mod pack as I know many people like taking pictures or getting small clips for personal reasons. 𝗦𝗧𝗕𝗦𝗕 is up next, and this mod adds a schematic system to Minecraft. For example, you can build a structure in Creative, save it with 𝗦𝗧𝗕𝗦𝗕, then place the schematic in Survival so you have a blueprint on how to build said structure, alongside a materials list so you know what to gather ahead of time. Glowing torch flower is a small one, but I wanted to include it under new content because with this mod, the torch flower actually turns into a new light block, as it now not only emits light, but can prevent mob spawns as well. It essentially is installed to make the sniffer not 100% useless. Customizable elytra is one I've gotten plenty of questions about, and it allows you to dye your elytra like leather armor, as well as you're now able to equip armor trims on it, basically any of the ones in the game with whatever material you want. Lastly, we have all mob heads, which is a separate download on the mod pack page or in the description, and this data pack allows every mob in the game to now drop a mob head. The vanilla mob heads are still gotten in the same way via exploding a charged creeper, but this data pack allows other mobs that don't have a mob head to drop to instead have an RNG chance like wither skeletons. It comes with an advancements tab to keep track of your progress, and even awards you golden mob head trophies if you collect all of a specific category. Alright, so welcome to the portion of the video where I showcase to you guys how to install the mod pack, how to add or remove mods, how to install mods from other websites, all that kind of stuff. Now, 100% of the videos you see on my channel, I have done all of my modding in those videos from Modrinth. So we have modrinth.com, link will be in the description. What we're going to do is we're going to click on More at the top of the screen and then click on Get the Modrinth app. This is how you're going to be able to run the mod pack itself. You're going to click Download the Modrinth app, and you can go ahead and save it anywhere you want. I'm going to put it in the Downloads folder. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to double click the Setup exe, and then it's going to ask me if I want to allow the Modrinth app to make changes to my computer. I'm going to hit yes. Then we have the Modrinth app setup. I'm going to click next. The destination folder can stay default. Going to click next, next one more time. And then we have run the Modrinth app and create a desktop shortcut. So we're just going to leave those checked and click finish. Now, the app is going to open up, and the first thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to click this Minecraft account tab, and you're going to want to sign in. You're not going to be able to do anything on this app unless you prove that you own Minecraft, so you're going to have to sign into your Microsoft account, which I'm going to do right now. So I'm going to go ahead and put in my email, and then I'm going to put in my password. So we're going to go ahead and sign in. And after a second, it's going to say 𝗦𝗧𝗔𝗠𝗣 selected. So it just registered that I have my 𝗦𝗧𝗔𝗠𝗣 account signed in. And now we are ready to install the mod pack. So how do you do it? How complicated does it get? Well, you're going to click on popular packs. And so it's going to take you to the mod packs destination. You're going to go to search mod packs. And all you got to do is type vanilla perfected, and the first thing that's going to show up is vanilla perfected by demonjoeTV. That's how you know it's the proper one. You can see the vanilla perfected banner right here, the description. Earlier in the video, I was talking about some mods and packs that aren't directly included, so I'll show you guys how to install these. And I can go to the versions. You can see the versions that you can download, and then the gallery, which kind of just gives you information about the pack. So we're going to go to versions, and we are going to install the most recent one, vanilla perfected 1.0.2. And so as you can see in the top right corner, it is currently installing the mod pack. So I'm just going to go back to home. And you can see right here that it says vanilla perfected installing. It's going to download Java 21 since we are completely new. This is a completely new, fresh install of the Modpack app. So I will see you guys whenever this is done downloading. All right, so vanilla perfected just finished installing, so we can click on the mod pack itself. And as you can see here, these are all of the mods that I have installed. But wait a minute, if we take a look, we actually can't change anything about the mod pack, and I don't want you guys to keep the mod pack the exact same. In fact, the whole point of Minecraft is being able to customize Minecraft however you want, so how do we undo this mod pack being locked and you not being able to change anything? Well, if you ever want to change something, you can click on this options button right here, and that'll bring you to this menu here. And what you're going to do is you're going to scroll downward, and you're going to have this unlock instance button. You're going to click that to unlock it. And then once you've done that, click on content again. And from here, if you have any mods that you don't like, you can disable them from here. Or if you have a mod that you do like, so for example, I can click on add content here, and then I can go to mods, and let's say a popular one is mouse tweaks. I've actually already gotten some messages about including mouse tweaks in the actual mod pack. We can just go to mouse tweaks right here, click install, and we're done. We have just added mouse tweaks to this mod pack. I can go ahead and search it. You can see that it's installed right here. And just like that, we've added content to the mod pack without really needing to do any work whatsoever. And again, you can remove any if you'd like as well. So what I'm going to go ahead and do now is I'm just going to click play to make sure that the mod pack actually runs, make sure that there's no problems. And just like that, Minecraft is running just fine. I can go ahead and head over to the options and the resource packs tab. We can see all of the resource packs are already installed. I can go ahead and click on single player here. And we can just do survival normal world. So we're just going to boot up the game. You know, sometimes Minecraft can crash if you have a bunch of mods installed. So we're just going to make sure everything is running perfectly fine here. So we're going to generate a brand new world. And here we are. We have loaded in. The shaders are already on. If you do have a weaker computer, oops, I just clicked reload shaders. If you do have a weaker computer, you can press O on your keyboard and you can disable shaders right from then and there. I know that having shaders enabled by default might make your computer have a stroke. So yes, all you got to do is press O and then you can disable shaders just like that. But as we can see, Minecraft is running just fine. Now what I want to do is show you guys how to add content to the mod pack that isn't on Modpack, because I feel like it's a common misconception that a lot of people think that if something isn't on Modpack or something isn't on CurseForge, you can't add it to your game, but that is totally not true. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go to, let's say, the panorama mod, right? Now, this mod is on Modpack, but it's not updated to 1.21, and this is honestly one of my favorite mods. So what we're going to do is we're going to click download, and we're going to download the updated panorama mod from CurseForge. So we're just going to go ahead and download it. We'll put it into our downloads folder. Now, how do we get this in the vanilla perfected mod pack? Well, what you do is you click this folder icon right here, and that's going to load up the vanilla perfected folder. And we are going to open up the mods folder. This is where all of our mods are. All we're going to do is click on the downloads where we saved our panorama mod. We are going to right click, hit cut, and then we can just press this back arrow, right click in this empty space and hit paste. Just like that, the panorama mod has been installed, and we can check this. by typing panorama, and as you can see, panorama 1.3.0.jar is installed. We can go ahead and boot up the game to make sure that this is true. And just like that, we now have a new panorama button right here. So we can then take screenshots, or the panoramic screenshots, that is. If we go ahead and go to keybinds, we can search for panorama, which is right here. And so I can go ahead and change this key to like the up arrow to take our panoramic screenshot. And actually, you know, just for the sake of example, we'll go ahead and do that. So here we are in the world that we created earlier. I'll go ahead and enable shaders because why not? Go ahead and give that a second to load. There we go. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to press the up arrow, which just saved a panoramic screenshot. We're going to go here, click on that, and boom, the panorama mod is working just as intended, and it only took us a few clicks to get it into our mod pack. And just to make sure that I'm covering all my bases here, I'll go ahead and show you guys how this works with resource packs as well as data packs. So what we're going to do is we're going to open up the all mob heads data pack, and we'll do 𝗦𝗧𝗔𝗠𝗣𝗦 reimagined. So we'll go to files here, and we will download the most recent file. Also, a very common misconception is just because it has a game version, let's say this one is 1.18 and we're currently playing on 1.21, doesn't mean that it doesn't work on 1.21. Resource packs aren't quite as finicky as things like mods or data packs, for example. So if it's not the exact version that you're playing on, it doesn't matter. Just because a resource pack is quote unquote out of date doesn't mean that it's not going to work. So we just downloaded all mob heads and we just downloaded 𝗦𝗧𝗔𝗠𝗦𝗧 reimagined. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to our vanilla perfected mod pack. We're going to click on folder. We can go ahead and go to downloads, and we're going to take 𝗦𝗧𝗔𝗠𝗦𝗧 reimagined, and we are going to cut that, and we're going to go to the resource packs folder and paste it in there. And for the data packs are based off of worlds specifically. So we're going to cut all mob heads. We're going to go to the vanilla perfected folder, and we're going to go to saves, the new world that we just made. So, you know, whatever world that you like playing on. And then go to data packs, and we are going to paste that in there. And so again, I'm going to boot up Minecraft to show you guys that it works just as intended. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and open up our world that we just made. And now we are going to go to the advancements tab. And as you can see, we have the all mob heads data pack installed. As you can see, all of the mob heads are here and the functionality is working properly. And really quick, I'm going to go ahead and swap on over to creative mode. And we are going to type 𝗦𝗦𝗕𝗦𝗧, and we are going to go to the resource packs, and we are going to equip the 𝗦𝗦𝗕𝗦𝗧𝗦 reimagined resource pack. Give that a second to load. And as you can see, it works absolutely just fine. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. I went over a little tutorial on how to do mod pack installation and changing things around and all that cool stuff. And I hope you guys did enjoy the showcase for the mod pack itself as well. If you guys have any questions, definitely feel free to leave them in the comments below. And we're really close to hitting 100,000 subscribers, so I'd really appreciate if you'd hit that subscribe button. But thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you all next time.